What if your cat isn't just getting lazy, but is actually trying to hide pain from you? If your cat used to jump on the bed, the couch, the counter, or their favorite window perch and suddenly stopped, that is not something to ignore. Cats are masters at hiding discomfort, and sometimes the smallest behavior change is the first warning sign that something is wrong. In this video, we're going to talk about the real reasons. Your cat may have suddenly stopped jumping like before, and which signs mean it's time to take action fast. For many cat owners, jumping is just part of who their cat is. It's normal, it's effortless. It's something we barely even notice until it changes. Maybe your cat now hesitates before jumping. Maybe they pull themselves up instead of springing up. Maybe they stopped climbing altogether and spend more time on the floor. Or maybe they still want to go to their favorite spot, but seem unsure how. That change can feel subtle at first, but in many cases, it's your cat's quiet way of telling you something doesn't feel right, and the reason behind it may be physical, emotional, or age-related. So let's go through the most common causes one by one. 1. Joint pain and arthritis. One of the most common reasons a cat suddenly stops jumping is joint pain, especially arthritis. A lot of people still think arthritis is mainly a dog problem, or something that only happens in very old pets, but cats get arthritis too, and it's much more common than many owners realize. The tricky part is that cats rarely limp dramatically the way dogs sometimes do. Instead, they make quiet adjustments. They jump less. They choose lower surfaces. They take longer to get up. They avoid stairs. They may even stop using places they once loved, like a tall cat tree or a high bed. And because the change can happen gradually, many owners assume their cat is simply slowing down. But for your cat, jumping may have become uncomfortable, not impossible, just painful enough to avoid when they can. If your cat is older or if they seem stiff after resting, arthritis should absolutely be on your radar. 2. Injury you didn't see. Another possible reason is a minor injury that happened when you weren't looking. Cats can twist awkwardly, land badly, slip on smooth floors, or strain a leg while running, climbing, or jumping from a high surface, and sometimes the injury isn't dramatic enough to make them cry out or visibly limp. You may not see anything obvious at all, but your cat feels it. Maybe they landed wrong once and now they're less confident. Maybe one shoulder, paw, back leg, or lower back feels sore, and now every jump feels like a risk. This is especially important if the change happened suddenly. If your cat was jumping normally a few days ago and now avoids it, hesitates, or climbs instead of leaps, think about injury first. Even a small sprain, muscle strain, or soft tissue pain can change their behavior fast. And remember, cats don't always rest the way we expect. Some will still walk around, eat normally, and act fairly okay, while quietly avoiding the one movement that hurts most. 3. Weight gain and reduced fitness. Sometimes the reason is less alarming, but still important: weight gain and reduced flexibility. If your cat has put on extra weight, even a small increase can affect how easily they jump. Cats rely on balance, strength, and flexibility. When they become heavier, movement becomes harder and landing puts more pressure on the joints. This is especially common in indoor cats who get less exercise than before, or after being spayed or neutered, or as they move into middle age. You might notice that your cat still wants to jump, but can't do it as smoothly. They may make shorter jumps, miss occasionally, or avoid higher surfaces completely. This doesn't always mean a medical emergency, but it does mean their body is changing, and their environment may need to change with them. Helping your cat maintain a healthy weight can make a big difference in comfort, confidence, and long-term mobility. 4. Paw problems and nail issues. Here's one cause many owners overlook: paw pain. If your cat's paws are tender, injured, or irritated, jumping can become much harder than it looks. Think about it. Every jump starts with pushing off and ends with landing. If the paws hurt, both parts of that movement become uncomfortable. There could be a cracked nail, an overgrown nail, something stuck between the toes, a small wound, or sensitivity you haven't noticed yet. Some cats will also avoid jumping if they've had pain from landing on a hard or slippery surface. If your cat suddenly stopped jumping, it's worth watching how they walk. Are they moving normally? Are they licking one paw more than usual? Do they pull a paw away when touched? Are they less willing to climb or scratch? Sometimes the problem isn't the legs or joints at all. It starts right at the paws. 5. Back pain or neurological changes. In some cases, the issue may involve the spine, nerves, or back muscles. This can sound scary, but it's important to be aware of it. A cat with back pain may still seem normal in many ways. They may still walk, eat, purr, and seek affection, but jumping requires coordination, strength, and confidence, and when something feels off neurologically, jumping is often one of the first things they reduce. Watch for signs like weakness in the back legs, wobbliness, trouble landing, reluctance to be picked up, sensitivity along the back, a lower tail position than usual, or difficulty getting into the litter box if the sides are high. If you notice these signs along with the change in jumping, don't wait too long. That combination deserves veterinary attention sooner rather than later, because while arthritis is common, nerve or spinal problems need a closer look. 6. Fear, stress, and loss of confidence. Not every cat stops jumping because of pain. Sometimes it's about confidence. Cats are incredibly sensitive to bad experiences. If your cat slipped off a counter, missed a landing, got startled while jumping, or was chased by another pet near a favorite spot, they may become more cautious afterward. To us, it may seem like a small moment. To a cat, it can change how safe that jump feels. Stress can play a role too. A new pet, a move, a loud home environment, guests, remodeling, or even a new furniture layout can make a cat less adventurous. If your cat seems physically okay but suddenly avoids high places, ask yourself, did anything in the home change recently? Did they have one bad fall or scary moment? Have they become more cautious overall? Some cats don't stop because they can't. They stop because they no longer feel sure. 7. What other signs to watch for if your cat has stopped jumping like before? Don't look at that behavior alone. Look at the bigger picture. Here are a few other signs that may help you understand what's going on. Is your cat grooming less, especially around the back or hips? Are they sleeping more than usual? Do they avoid being touched in certain areas? Have they started hiding more? Are they using pet stairs, chairs, or lower roots instead of jumping directly? Do they seem grumpy, less playful, or more withdrawn? Are they missing the litter box because climbing into it has become harder? These little clues matter. Cats rarely announce pain in an obvious way. They whisper it through behavior changes, and when you notice several small changes together, the message becomes much louder. 8. What you should do next if your cat suddenly stopped jumping. The best next step is simple. Observe carefully, make things easier, and contact your vet if the change lasts or seems serious. Try not to force your cat to jump. Instead, make their favorite places easier to reach. Use pet steps or a sturdy chair near the bed. Lower resources if needed. Keep food, water, and litter easily accessible. Make sure litter boxes are easy to enter. And watch whether your cat improves, stays the same, or gets worse if the change came on suddenly. If your cat seems painful, if they're limping, hiding, crying, or acting unlike themselves, or if you notice weakness or balance issues, it's time for a veterinary check. The sooner you identify the cause, the better chance your cat has of staying comfortable and active. When a cat stops jumping, it's easy to dismiss it as age, attitude, or laziness, but often, it's something more meaningful than that. Your cat may not be able to tell you what hurts. They may not cry, limp, or make it obvious, but they do communicate in quiet, careful ways, and noticing those small changes is one of the most loving things you can do as a cat owner. If your cat has stopped jumping like before, trust your instincts. Pay attention because sometimes one tiny behavior change is the first clue that your cat needs help. If you love learning more about real cat behavior and hidden warning signs, Subscribe and stay with us for more videos that help you understand what your cat may be trying to say.